everyone, welcome back. My name is Jessica, and today I'm going to fill 2 spreads of my sketchbook and talk to you guys about a few pointers. We will discuss how to gain confidence in your art, how you can spark some creativity, and how you can improve your composition skills. Now, we all experience that moment when we first need to put that pencil on our paper. Whether you're beginning an idea that you're super excited about or getting ready to practice some skills, the blank white pages can be pretty intimidating. And this factors into the first topic we'll talk about, which is how you can gain confidence with your art. I personally believe that a positive mindset is the number one thing that factors into your confidence. The way you structure your thoughts before, during, and after you have completed something play a huge role on you and your art. It all starts with simply believing that you can do it. So in the moment that you're starting or in the middle of creating, notice your thoughts and try to structure them in a positive direction. Believe that you can do it and believe that you can create something great. And once you have started, once you took that step to put that pencil on your paper, you will see that things begin to reveal themselves to you in your drawings and in your art. And in moments where things may or may not be working out in your drawing, that's especially where you bring back the positive mindset and believe that you can fix it because everything is fixable. We all have our days, but I think it's important that you keep striving to grow and improve. I feel that when it comes to art, confidence comes from positive thoughts and showing yourself that you can complete something. Remember that you're doing this for you and you are in full control. I really believe that the time that you spend creating opens the opportunity to grow and gain your confidence. With every drawing and painting you make, you are improving, whether you know it or not. Noticing the positive outcomes and elements of your pieces really helps with gaining some more confidence as well. It's great to take a look and self-evaluate your pieces and point out things that you feel are really working out. And it's really important to understand that you are on your own path and everyone is on their own journey. It's really easy to get discouraged by others when you begin to compare your work to others' work. And that's where you should bring your mind back to some positivity and realize that you are on your own journey to grow and you should know that it is possible. There will always be someone on a higher level out there, but instead of getting discouraged, think of them as an inspiration and proof that you can succeed. And success can simply mean a small challenge that you have achieved with your drawing, whether it's completing the right proportions or making a nice doodle. When you take a step back and assess it on your own, you will gain a very fresh sense of confidence that you have actually completed it, and perhaps you've made something that you haven't even realized you can do. There will be many times where you will surprise yourself when you simply set a positive mind and know that your art journey is really special and unique to you. Think about ways that you can grow as an artist, and think about things that make you feel good when you draw. I really believe that anyone's confidence can bloom from practicing these elements and factoring them into your everyday art life. Setting a positive mindset will not only make you feel happier, it will also bring you one step closer to making better work. It's a choice you choose to make, and once you do, you are choosing to feel good. Everything is connected and works hand in hand, so try your best to practice it, and you will see an abundance of creativity begin to flow. And that brings me to the next topic of getting a spark of creativity. If we take a look at the dictionary definition of creativity, it says it's the use of imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work. When we are being creative, we are taking risks and ignoring any doubts or fears that we have. And this is a great time to practice the positivity because it really helps eliminate any doubts or fears that you may have. Creativity comes in all shapes and forms and sizes. There are tons and tons of ways that you can be creative. It's really just how you choose to apply it to your world. Creativity can include trying something new, doing something in a different way, but mostly challenging yourself. When we are challenging ourselves, we are opening sparks of creativity. I personally challenge myself with different mediums and topics because that helps me stay creative and also challenges me to try something new. I think that trying new things is one of the best ways to spark some creativity. It's also fun and surprising to see what you can do. You'll get a chance to tap into your intuition, and that'll lead the way into your creativity as well. Most of the time, everything that happens in the moment when I'm creating is all sparked by the moment itself. Creativity can also be sparked from your everyday activities, your surroundings, maybe your art supplies. It can also come from some memories that you had throughout the week. Perhaps you have a friend or a family member that you want to sit and create with. They can help spark your creativity as well. In my previous video, I used an object to help spark my creativity. Check it out to see the character that I created from my microphone. My point is, guys, that anything around you can spark your creativity. After finishing that first spread in my sketchbook where I focused on some action poses, I used some pencils and watercolor to mix things up, and on the next spread, I decided to do an interesting portrait using my inks. And this is a great example to spark some creativity. Since I was using one medium, I decided to use another to see where I can take it. I ended up finding a really interesting black and white portrait on unsplash.com, which, if you guys don't know, is a free image website. And I decided to tackle it with some ink markers and some cross-hatching since I feel like I haven't done it in a while. Both of the spreads that I did today for you guys were things that I felt that I needed to maybe brush up on and work on and maybe have an experiment with. And while I am brushing up on some skills, I decided to throw in some creativity and try something out of the norm. I'm constantly thinking of ways that I can improve and set some goals that will help me achieve the results that I want. And whether I feel that I have achieved them or not, I know that I did my best and have created something new. But overall, creativity can come super easy on some days, and on other days you may have to push a bit harder. And that's the best part, because once you begin to challenge yourself, you will see the best results. I think that creativity comes the easiest when it's a subject and topic that you feel very connected to. But there have been times where I felt the most creative doing things that I had no clue I had any interest in. So generally, it's best to experiment and figure out what works best for you and what you enjoy doing most. Once again, it's your journey and you can shape it and experiment with it however you wish. Try something new and see where your creativity takes you. You will eventually get your own flow going, and that will influence your confidence and positivity. Remember to have fun with it and enjoy every step of the way. While I was painting and drawing these sketches in my sketchbook, I turned some music on and just let creativity lead the way. Sometimes creating an atmosphere for yourself and zoning out helps create whatever you wish and whatever comes to mind. Being in a space where you feel comfortable and cozy, where you have your sketchbook and some music on, always helps and gets you feeling good while you're making art. I personally find it's really important to take some time for yourself to create and sit down with your sketchbook. And in my recent video, I referred to it as your own little getaway, and that's exactly how I see it. And as you get a momentum going, elements and parts of your drawings or paintings will begin to reveal themselves to you. And speaking of momentum, I was having so much fun with my ink markers that I lost track of time and didn't realize how much I was drawing. It actually felt so great, so I hope you experience this too. Now, initially, when I finished this portrait, I wanted to do a few studies on the right. But looking at the composition and the shape of the overall image, I had a sudden spark of creativity to create a portrait on the right. I liked the size of the portrait and it's pretty large on the paper, so I decided to use a reference that I found looking the other way to help best fit the composition. And that brings me to the last topic of today's video, which is composition. I like to see composition simply as the way that you place something on your paper. Composing a drawing can be very similar to the way that music is composed. Composing music consists of creating a melody, and it's no different when it comes to art. We are creating a harmonious melody with our pencil and our paper. The way you position notes in music plays an important role on the mood of the overall song. And the same goes with art. The way you place something on your paper plays a very important role on the overall mood of your artwork. Overall, a really good melody has beautiful harmony and great balance. And while you're listening, you'll feel it in your soul. And again, it's the same in art. A really good composition, you will feel it in your soul. So when it comes to improving your composition skills, you can think about ways that you can place your subject on the paper to make it more eye-catching and visible for the viewer. I try to practice to make really nice compositions every single day, even if I'm drawing in my sketchbook. Since I do think it's not easy, it takes some time and practice to really figure it out and see what works best. In order to improve, I think it's very helpful to look at masters' artworks from the Renaissance period because the artwork there and their compositions are absolutely remarkable. With every skill, there is a formula, so it's great to study the masters to help us figure it out. Practicing small thumbnails and little compositions helps you see and determine which composition will work best for your piece. So with the second spread that I created, I wanted to push the concept a bit and think how I can make the composition better by placing both of these portraits facing outward and using the maximum space that I had. I tried to create a harmonious balance between both of these figures, and even though I used two completely different references, I found a way that they would work with one another to create this full spread in my sketchbook. And that is all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments below which tip you found most helpful for you. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to all the warm feedback that I've been getting from you guys. From all the comments and messages, you guys are super sweet. Thank you for subscribing and embarking this journey with me. I truly believe that we all have a creative side to us, and all we need to do is perhaps develop it a little. Staying positive is a great start. Your confidence, skills, and artwork will grow. I hope you keep creating and spend time making art that makes you feel good. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!